Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is May 31st, 2020. This is a general love reading for the sign of Virgo for this upcoming week, basically the first week of June. And this is a general love reading, so it can pertain to anything. If you can think of it, it might apply. Be flexible with the energy. You might feel like I'm reading for you. You could feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. My intention is to reach those that need the message and will benefit from it. So take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't, and hopefully by the end you have something that you feel is worthwhile and beneficial to you in some way. If you're brand new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me and tuning in. There is more specific information regarding my readings and my videos in the description box below, so have a look there. And returning viewers, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate your support. So we'll get started, Virgo, after I give this first deck a couple more shuffles, and then we're going to see what's going on for Virgo in this first week of June. I can't believe it's June already. Amazing. Half of 2020 is almost over. Time flies when you're in quarantine. Things have actually started opening up around where I live, which is nice. And of course, there's crazy shit going on around the world, so feels like things are going back to normal. All the crazy shit's starting to happen again. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started, Virgo, and see what else we've got going. We're going to start off with the Ace of Pentacles, paired with the Nine of Wands in reverse. Two of Swords, Six of Cups in reverse, the Fool in reverse, the Moon, the Page of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. So I do feel like you might be dealing with someone that you might be at odds with. Maybe there's some resentment. Maybe something happened in the past that you haven't been able to work through. We have a Six of Cups energy on the table. Six of Cups is somebody who's very significant in your life. Could be a soulmate of sorts, somebody who you have a soul contract with. But I feel like there might be something from the past that you are working through or maybe trying to get over. Maybe there's some resentment or a lack of communication. And I feel like as it stands right now, there probably hasn't been much progress made with resolving whatever is going on here. There's an Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity on the table here. This could be a new opportunity in work, a job, a new financial endeavor, a new creative project, something that will benefit you in the area of money. Pentacles. Sylvester's here, as you can see, and he's looking for a lap. You know what? If you can just cross through and get onto the floor. He's been doing this to me all morning. This is about the probably 8th or 9th time he's played this game with me, where he's gone from the windowsill to my lap to the floor, and I can guarantee he will be popping up behind me in about, I don't know, give or take 30 seconds to maybe maybe 9 seconds. There he is. Anyway, let's get back to you, Virgo. So this Ace of Pentacles, it feels like it's something you might be, like you've given up or you've decided not to fight for, or you've decided to maybe it's not right for you. It could be associated with the Six of Cups individual, and so you've decided not to pursue it or not accept it. If this is a new job, again, an opportunity of sorts that you've just decided to leave behind because of the Six of Cups person. You might be feeling a little cautious because there's this unknown factor. You don't know how this relationship will affect the situation or the opportunity. You may want to make sure that things are balanced and made right again before you push forward with anything that could involve this individual. That's what I'm getting more than anything, that you might be setting things aside that are associated with this person, at least for the time being, because things are still up in the air regarding something that went wrong between you two. Could have been a disagreement, could have been a fight, or just things not going, maybe you just weren't working well together, that kind of thing. Let's get some more cards out, Virgo. So we have the Star and the Empress. So Virgo, I definitely feel like this Empress energy that just came out is your energy. With the Star, let's get some more cards out here and see what else we have before we start talking about her. There's the Ace of Pentacles again, but this time in reverse. Interesting. Four of Pentacles in reverse. King of Swords. Page of Wands. For the second time. The World in reverse. And the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, so we have an Ace of Pentacles on the table, an opportunity that is being presented to you, or something that you have available to you that you are currently not moving toward. You've kind of decided to release this opportunity, at least for the time being, because it's associated with the Six of Cups individual, somebody who you might not be getting along well with, or somebody that you have a disagreement with, something that hasn't been resolved, something that may have happened in the past. But I do feel like your energy is this Empress individual, and this person is someone who's very strong, very wise, loving, compassionate, a nurturing energy. This is somebody who puts a lot of effort into the connections that they have and into whatever they're doing in their lives. This is somebody who has it all together. She's all that and a bag of chips, Virgo. And she has this kind of star power, and it could be that you're moving towards a brand new opportunity. It could be a brand new job, something that'll be profitable for you. You could gain some notoriety with the Star card coming out here. And this feels very strong, but again, this is something I think that you are letting go, or you're not fighting for right now. It could be there, but you're not pushing forward toward it. And again, I do strongly believe that it has to do with the fact that there's someone involved in this situation that, again, you could be at odds with, or you're just not sure of maybe you're standing with this person. So you've kind of released, maybe you've let go of this connection, and because it's associated with this Ace of Pentacles, now you feel like you also have to let go of the Ace of Pentacles. But the Ace of Pentacles hasn't been let go of yet. You're in this decision-making process, trying to decide, do I have to let this go because of this situation over here, or can I still hang on to this Ace of Pentacles? So I feel like there's this decision-making process going on. I'm not sure you've made any moves yet, Virgo. You might have someone in your life or your higher self kind of telling you to, be cautious, lay low for now. Don't make any moves yet because it's probably not the right time. You're not feeling confident enough yet. Okay, Sylvester, I can't play this game with you today. He's going to sit there for a little while. My neighbor's on her phone out in her backyard or her front yard or whatever. She lives in a basement unit, so she's out front on the phone. So if you can hear her, I apologize for the external noise. So again, I feel like there's this uncertainty surrounding the situation because there's a lot of unknowns at play, and you might be waiting for some communication. I think you're waiting for some communication to determine whether or not the coast is clear. Can I take this opportunity now? Are things going in the right direction for me? But because the information regarding this Ace of Pentacles is unknown, or you're just not clear about what this is for you or how it's connected to this individual. You're not making any moves right now because you want to make sure, again, that things are balanced, the coast is clear, that if you do jump on this, that things are going to move along smoothly for you. Because you don't want shit to be messed up if you decide to take on this opportunity. Or I should say, you don't want shit to be messed up because of somebody else. So if there is still this unknown in place, then you're just being cautious, which is probably a good idea. So the King of Swords is on the table. I feel like this could be somebody that you're dealing with, Virgo. This could be a close friend, family member, father figure. This is somebody who is going to give you the truth. This is somebody who could be kind of blunt in nature when it comes to communication, but you know you can trust this person. This person can be somebody in a position of authority. This can represent your higher self or your spirit guides. But this person is actually suggesting that you remain cautious about the situation, at least for the time being, because there's still some unknowns in place. Some things that should make you feel a little wary about this Ace of Pentacles opportunity, at least for the time being. And again, I feel like it's associated with someone from your past. Could be somebody in your present that, again, you are currently not getting along with, or there's some bad blood between the two of you, or some unresolved issues, some kind of conflict that was never put to rest, something of that nature. Give this third deck a couple more shuffles, and then we'll see what else we get for Virgo. Come on, cards, cooperate with me. Okay, let's see what else we get. Three of Cups in reverse. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Wands. Judgment in reverse. Five of Swords. The Hierophant in reverse. Seven of Wands in reverse. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, Sylvester, you can't sit in my lap. You know I love you dearly, but you've got to go. I can't do this lap thing right now. So I believe that this opportunity involves other people. And, you know, that's been obvious from the start, because one of the people is the Six of Cups energy, this person that right now is getting in your way, standing in your way of seizing this opportunity. And the reason you're not doing is because you think this would be a bad idea. If this person's involved, I can't do this. I can't get involved with the situation. If there he is again, he's just relentless. Virgo does not want to take a chance on this opportunity if it means getting mixed up with this person and your higher self or your, father figure, close friend who, you can trust is saying, yeah, there's conflict here. There's something that's gone unresolved, and be wary. Be wary of the situation because the timing's not right, because this person, again, might be associated with this new opportunity. And until you're clear, until you gain some kind of clarity regarding the situation, it would be wrong to take a move forward. Don't sign on the dotted line until you know what you're getting yourself into, Virgo. Don't sign on the dotted line until you know what you're getting yourself into. With the Three of Cups in reverse showing up here, what I'm getting is, again, this is an opportunity, something really significant. It feels very promising, Virgo. But right now, it is tainted by the fact that you would be involved with a person or a group of people where the working situation, the working dynamic, the not necessarily working dynamic, but the interpersonal relationships are not what they should be if you're going to seize this kind of opportunity. You want everybody to be on the same page. You want everybody to be feeling positive and good about a situation like that, because otherwise it's just going to take you down the wrong road, down the wrong path. So Virgo is saying, you know what, I got to let this go. I'm not going to fight for this right now. I'm not making any moves. You get the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Remaining stagnant, kind of laying low, watching what happens, feeling it out, waiting for information. You're not jumping on this until you know the moment's right. And that's what the Empress does. This is somebody who, if you're not a mature energy, if you're not an older person, which can be indicated by the Empress, you're someone who has an old soul, or someone who just has a lot of wisdom. You have a lot of experience under the belt. So you are not somebody who's going to jump into something without being clear of A, your intentions, B, what this entails once you get involved, the other people involved, how they feel about the situation, what the working dynamics are going to look like, that kind of thing. You aren't going to jump into something where you don't have all the information you need in order to make sure that this is right for you. Which is smart, which is really smart, Virgo. Maybe you're not even sure if this person that you have this disagreement with, or something that's gone unresolved, you may not even be sure if this person is involved or is associated with this Ace of Pentacles opportunity. Now the curtains are blowing in my video. It's nice to have the breeze, but I know, Sylvester, this disappoints you, but I can't have the curtains blowing in my way. So if you want to sit there, I'll move the window back up for you, and you'll block the wind. But if you're not going to sit there, I got to close the window a little bit. He was blocking the wind before. I can't say it's wind, it's a breeze. It's a beautiful day. It's just a little cloudy and chilly, which is awesome. Let's get some more cards out, Virgo, and see what else we get. So we have the, hang on. There we go. We have Death, clarifying the Star. Two of Wands, clarifying the Empress. Knight of Pentacles, this time in the upright position. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This definitely feels like a job opportunity, something that involves work, or again, some kind of creative effort, or some kind of project. Business opportunity, partnership. Ten of Cups in reverse. But again, I feel like this is the Six of Cups is definitely one person, not many, but I feel like there's other people involved. But this one relationship is what's standing in your way right now. But if you were to seize hold of this opportunity right now and get involved, your disagreement or conflict with this one person would affect other people also. Queen of Wands, there's the person you're dealing with in reverse. This is the Six of Cups in reverse energy. Fool. And then the Hangman in reverse. So this is the person you're waiting to hear word about right now, Virgo. This is the person that's kind of not necessarily standing in the way, but the reason behind why you haven't seized this opportunity right now and why you're considering letting it go, walking away from it. The Queen of Wands in reverse can be an individual who is doing a lot of talking but not doing the walking. You know what I mean? Doesn't, you know, is all about the talk and doesn't follow through with those intentions. Or somebody who needs to have things their way. Somebody who can be very demanding is always right. At least in their eyes, they're always right. If you disagree with this person, they can become very disagreeable with you. Someone who can be a little pushy, insistent. I think that you're waiting to hear from this person, or you're waiting for some kind of news or information regarding the status of this individual, where they're at. This is the person that you are right now in the dark about. You may not have heard from them in a while. You may have, again, kind of walked away from a disagreeable relationship with this individual. So things have been left in the air when it comes to this person. And again, this individual, and she's the Six of Cups energy. This individual would be the reason why you need to release this opportunity. And again, with the Eight of Pentacles coming out here, it could indicate a work opportunity. This could also indicate that this Queen of Wands is not someone who puts in a lot of effort on her. You know, she's all about the talk and not about the walk. So she might talk a big game, but when it comes down to following through, it just doesn't happen. And so if you were to get involved with this situation, you would be getting involved with somebody who's not pulling their fair share, not pulling their weight, not doing their part, not putting in the effort that you're putting in. And as a result, I think that your decision would be you're going to take action. You would make a definitive decision, but that decision ultimately would be to let this go and move on to greener pastures, to something that's right for you. And the Queen, or the Empress knows what's right for her. So again, you are in decision-making mode. You are in the process of deciding what to do with this Ace of Pentacles opportunity. This is something that you will either walk away from, or it could transform your life, is what I'm getting with Death in the Star. This could be something that's transformative for you, something that pulls you in a totally different direction. It feels very promising, but again, if it's associated with this Queen of Wands, you don't want any part of it, says Virgo. Thanks, but no thanks, says Virgo. I'm not taking part in something like this. Now, the good news is, you may feel to a certain extent that you might not gain the clarity that you're hoping for in order to jump on this opportunity, but you haven't walked away from it completely. So here he is. I'm gonna, you know what? We'll let him stay, and we'll see where this goes. If he gets in my way, he's gonna have to go. You can sit here for a little while, Sylvester. Just be good, okay? If he just sits down and lays in my lap, it's fine. But he likes to do the kneading thing, and he'll sit there and do that for hours. Okay, maybe not hours, but it feels like hours. He's starting to do it right now. You do it for 2 minutes, and it feels like hours. You might be even doubtful that, like I said, you may feel like, you know what, I'm not gonna hear what's going on with this person. This is, maybe you haven't had communication with this Queen of Wands for a while, and again, it's one of those things where you're like, this person's not communicating with me, I'm not communicating with them. I really am doubtful I'm going to get any word from this individual on whether or not, you know, things could be different between us or not. One way or the other. I think that's the one thing that you're unsure about, not feeling very confident about, is this individual and how they would affect the situation, or how they're involved with the situation that you would like to take a hold of. See, Sylvester, this is where I have the problem, because you're keeping me from shuffling right now. We're going to move him out of the way. I'm sorry, little man. I know you'll be back up, so I don't feel that bad. He'll be back up, pestering me in no time. Maybe we'll give him 11 seconds this time. He, was back up here 9 seconds before. Maybe he'll think twice, and that's going to cause it to be 11 seconds this next time. Oh, he's walking away. Oh boy, cats. Right, Virgo? You know. Some of you have cats out there. I know you do. All right, so we've got the Five of Pentacles. And the Ace of Cups. So honestly, I feel like Virgo is saying, you know what, I would rather walk with nothing than deal with this connection that's just causing me grief right now. This is a broken connection that will cause me to walk away and leave this behind. I will leave empty-handed if I need to, because I just, you know what, I can't get involved with the situation that's going to involve this other person, because it will take me in the wrong direction. I can't go there, says Virgo. I'd rather walk away with nothing. Magician in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse. Three of Swords in reverse. Eight of Swords in reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Tower. So here's the thing, Virgo. I get it. I get the feeling from this last set of cards that just popped out that you intentionally walking away from the situation in order to release yourself from this individual just might change the dynamic of what's going on here. I'm just going to throw this out there that your resistance to grasping a hold of this Ace of Pentacles because of this person's involvement might change the situation altogether. And it's possible that the other people involved in this situation maybe aren't aware of the imbalance that this individual is causing. Or if they're aware of it, it's not acknowledged or it's ignored. I think that this person is causing a significant amount of grief for others. It's not just you. And again, this could be a situation where it feels like the conflict may be centered around your connection with this individual, but at the same time, the conflict is causing grief for other people. I feel like you're kind of separate from this Queen of Wands energy. It feels like there's been disagreement, separation, dispute for a while, and it's something that you have not, you just decided, I'm not entertaining this kind of energy in my life. It's not something that the Empress is going to allow. Empress energy is someone who's like, look, I have a lot to give into the connections that matter to me the most. But if you can't return that level of effort, then I don't want to have anything to do with you. And when I say you can't return that, I don't mean that you have these high expectations for other people and say, well, you know, if you're not this type of person, then I don't want to have anything to do with you. It's that if you don't have that certain level of loyalty and compassion and care and concern for another person, like I do for you, then we can't continue a connection where there's that level of imbalance, where I'm putting this much effort forward and you're not putting that kind of effort forward. And I do believe that moving forward into this opportunity, this Ace of Pentacles, you might end up, again, making up for what this person can't offer or won't offer. Like you're making up the difference for this individual, that type of thing. But I feel more than anything is that the conflict between you two leaves you with no choice. And I don't know that you feel bad about that necessarily. It's like, you know what? Yeah, I have to let this go because of this individual, but it's not like it's going to ruin my life, says Virgo. I mean, the Empress will take care of business no matter what happens. She can accept the demise of a relationship and move on from that and still have this in her life. But she's going to leave this kind of thing behind. she can have this without this. In fact, this is usually only possible if you leave something like this behind. The energies that are going to bring you down, who are the people who are going to move you in the opposite direction of the way you want to go, those disagreeable energies that just aren't beneficial in your life. You know, I think you work hard to get away from these negative Nancy type of energies where, you know, depending on the severity of this person's outlook on life, why do I need to be a part of that? Why do I need to let this kind of energy influence my life and my future and my opportunities? You don't. And if this person is involved in this opportunity, you don't want any part of it. And good for you, Virgo. I'm on the same page. You know what? Don't need it. Not interested. No thanks. Virgo says, you know, I worked hard. I've worked hard to get away from that kind of energy. Why would I invite more of it into my life? Or invite it back into my life? And I don't think that it, you know, this is a Six of Cups individual, Virgo, so this isn't somebody that you would willingly walk away from. This is somebody significant in your life, and maybe you did try to work through things with this person. But I just don't feel like the effort was returned, and so you're like, okay, well, that's fine. You know, I can't force you to want to work on this with me. If you don't want it, then okay. I can't force it. I'm walking away from it. And if you're part of this Ace of Pentacles, I gotta walk away from it. As promising as it looks, I can do something else that's just as good on my own or with the people that match my energy. Match my energy, says Virgo. If you can match this, we can work together. But in order to match this, you've got to be willing to put in the work yourself. And bring to the table what the Empress brings to the table. You can get a lot of benefit out of working with someone who embodies Empress energy. There's a lot of positive things that can come out of those kind of relationships. Someone who has the Empress type of energy. And by the way, if you're a male viewer, you can still embody this Empress energy. But I scooped it up over here. I'm cutting my cards and picking up cards from the reading in the deck. As a male, you can embody this kind of energy. So I'm just making you aware. Don't be concerned again about the gender of the cards. But if you don't resonate as the Empress, then you could be this Queen of Wands, or you could also be one of the external parties that's involved in this situation but not directly involved. Could be one of these people. Unfortunately, one of these people that's affected by the situation but not directly involved. So let's get One Dreams of Gaia Tarot card for you, Virgo, and then we're going to wrap this up. Am I taking this one? I'm taking this one. The Two of Air. So Two of Air. I've pulled this card a lot in the past, and it hasn't come up in a while. It's a good card. Two of Air is the Two of Swords, which actually was... it came out as your third card in the reading. Two of Swords is about making decisions. Could be, feeling blocked or feeling like you don't have the ability to make a decision. Usually indicates something significant that you're putting some energy into, a direction you're taking, maybe trying to seek clarity in order to choose the correct path that kind of thing. And again, these dreams of Gaia, if you haven't watched my channel before, they do have significantly different meanings, or more in-depth meaning, I should say, not necessarily significantly different. So I'll be reading this out of the book, and the Two of Air is kind of long, so I know I'm already at 40 minutes, but this is about a 2-page read, so bear with me, Virgo, and hopefully if this is resonating with you, this card will resonate with you as well. Here we go. The Two of Air represents both duality and polarity, and the theory that everything in creation has an opposite. Duality is the theory that two opposing forces come together to create a state of chaos. In this theory, positive and negative poles repel each other, and so there is a constant and ongoing battle between the two, where one seeks to overcome or be rid of the other. I feel like that's what you're dealing with the Six of Cups. This duality idea that, you know, you're repelling each other. If this person's involved, you're not, that kind of thing. Polarity, however, is the idea that two opposing forces exist in all things within the universe, not as separate competing forces, but as complementary opposing aspects of a singular whole. In this theory, one is just as necessary as the other. One does not exist without the other, and in some situations, depending upon one's perspective, one could be even said to be an identical mirror image of the other. I just want to throw this out there that I think if you can harness or rein in the negative reactions that you can have with someone who is coming from a polar opposite direction as you, instead of being repelled by that person, if you can rein in that energy and work with that person, it becomes a very strong force. For me, that's what polarity is all about. Then it becomes a magnetic energy instead of a repelling energy. And of course we get into the magnetic theory, and that's why explanation in this page, that's why I brought it up. Anyway, here we go. Consider a magnet, for example. It is made up of a positive pole and a negative pole. Without either one or the other, the magnet ceases to be a magnet. You cannot remove a negative half from the positive half because there is no half of one and half of the other. There is only the whole. If you were to divide a magnet in two, all you would succeed in doing is one of two things. You would create two separate magnets or destroy the magnet. As the theory of polarity points out, there are opposites, and while one has no identity or meaning without the other, neither is intrinsically good or bad. Fear is, love is, light is, dark is. Love can be as destructive as fear, and fear can be beneficial. It can save lives and inspire the desire to improve or heal. It can also make you more empathetic, understanding, and appreciative. More often than not, both polar opposites are experienced in unison. For instance, when you create something, you destroy the state that existed prior to your creating it. You create and destroy in unison. They are not separate states. They are the same state seen from two different perspectives. When you love something, you most probably also fear losing it. The fear might not be voiced or even acknowledged. It might be even denied. It is, however, still present. You would fight to protect that something because you love it, but you also fight because you fear losing it or seeing it harmed. Therefore, to love is to also fear, and to act from a place of love is also to act from a place of fear. You might choose to lose weight and exercise and say that you are doing so because you love yourself, and so you deserve to have a healthy body. At the same time, it could be said that you choose to lose weight and exercise because you fear what may happen if you do not. Your choice is motivated by both love and fear. Again, it is the same state, simply viewed from two different perspectives. That is polarity. With the duality principle, however, one force is always better than the other. Right and wrong, love and hate, light and dark, positive and negative, creation and destruction, all illustrate extreme opposites where one is perceived to be good and the other is bad. And the primary goal is for good to triumph to overcome the bad. Duality divides and creates two separate states. It creates a state of one versus the other. It creates a warlike state of conflict that serves only to perpetuate more chaos. Duality is black and white. Polarity is the entire spectrum. Duality divides and competes. Polarity unites and accepts. The Two of Air offers a choice between two paths. You can choose a path of dichotomy or one of integration. One offers conflict and the other offers peace. That's an interesting card to end this on because I feel very significant, of course, this message that at least right now your perceptive is that this person is not somebody that you can work with. There is duality here. One's bad, one's good, right? I mean, these two are about as polar opposite as it gets. And so you see in this situation, if I take a hold of this Ace of Pentacles, it's going to create a situation where we are opposing one another and we won't be able to work together, and it's going to destroy this opportunity. This piece of hair is driving me nuts. I just got my hair cut yesterday and she cuts some of the strands short and it's bugging the hell out of me. I think that what this card is indicating, Virgo, and I'm going to say this and then I'm going to end this reading, but I think that this is an opportunity to see things with a different perspective and maybe change the idea of what it means to be in balance. Maybe change your own perspective about what it means to be in balance. I'm not saying you jump on this opportunity with this person you're having a disagreement with and you think that, okay, the Fool's Journey Tarot said that it was okay to jump into this, and even though I'm having disagreements with this person, everything's going to be great because I'm working with someone who's my polar opposite. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is maybe you can look at it with a different perspective and allow these two separate energies which feel separate. Maybe you come together and the dynamic becomes very strong because you're seeing things from different perspectives and you work through things in a different way, and you can use those different perspectives to make something stronger rather than weaker. So that's what I got out of the card. I think this was a very interesting reading. I think that this Ace of Pentacles, Virgo, whatever it is for you, is still available to you. I think that you're waiting on, gaining some information or becoming more clear about what this means for you, and I think that's a good thing. Stay vigilant, be wise about your decisions, make sure it's going to be right for you, and move you forward in the right direction, Virgo. I wish you all the best. I appreciate you watching. If this did resonate, please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment if you want to. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Virgo.